Hello, and welcome back, friends and enemies. Today, I'm back again with another more Orel video, and this time we're going to be talking about Season 3, Episode 9, CloseFace. Ah yes, it's time for the romance episode, so let's dive on in. In the beginning, we get a shot of Orel sneaking off to meet with Christina for a kiss under the moonlight, while the screen pans to the moon, and we get a quick summary of their key plot points. Orel likes Christina, Christina likes Orel, Clay says it's forbidden because they say a prayer slightly differently. Orel and Christina end up switching little brothers due to both of them having negligent parents. Just a quick rundown of the events that took place in Season 2, Episode 8, The Lord's Prayer. Moving to the real start of the episode, we get to see our favorite Reverend Putty letting us know about the arm's length dance, that it is upcoming soon. We then flash back in the Stephanie's school years, when the Reverend was making the same speech about the dance. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, Stephanie is the Reverend's daughter. While he is talking about the dance, Kim Latchkey, the future mother of Dowie, says who cares about the opposite sex? I like girls, and then kisses Stephanie, in a clear attempt to get a reaction out of Carl, Dowie's future father. The thing is that Stephanie doesn't seem to see that Kim is just doing this to get the attention of Carl, so she agrees when Kim says that they should go to the dance together. At this point, Stephanie is already developing feelings for Kim, while Kim just wants to play a prank on Reverend Putty and to get the attention of Carl. When we cut back to the current day, Stephanie has a very unhappy face on, thinking about those past events. Orel, who is working part-time at her sex shop, tells her how he appreciates the job so he can afford a nice first aid kit for his hunting trip with his father. After that, the current day, Kim and Carl Latchkey come in. I also have to note that they look exactly the same as they did in the flashback. They haven't aged a day or changed their outfits once, it looks like. Orel, being his kind-hearted self, goes over to say hello, but Carl, being defensive of any guy who goes near Kim, is surprised he knows their name and asks who Orel is. And Orel reminds them that he is best friends with their son Dowie. After he is reminded of this, he just says that shouldn't you be keeping their kid out of their hair? Anyways, moving on, he makes a lame pun that anyone with two brain cells to rub together can make, which causes him and his wife to giggle like crazy. It is clear that Kim and Carl are still the exact same high school lovers archetype that they were before and haven't developed at all since then, even after having a child together. Seeing the happy pair together, Stephanie adds another piercing, to which Carl makes another galaxy brain joke about her adding another useless hole to her body, because wasn't she born with enough of those? I get it, it's a joke about her being a lesbian or not having a partner. Either way, I really dislike Carl and Kim, so much so. Honestly, it's mostly due to how annoying they are as characters, and the other half is how they choose to care for Dowie, or should I say, don't care for Dowie. Anyways, moving on. Carl says that they are looking for some fun stuff, but he ends up just saying a bunch of stuff that doesn't actually exist, like it's close to real things, but it's actually not anything. And whatever, the pair end up leaving giggling, as usual, while Stephanie adds another piercing. The interesting thing about this is that when she does it this time, she says bye CloseFace. Later, she then flashes back to when her and Kim were practicing kissing for Kim's prank. As Kim moves closer, her face morphs into some type of Cyclops looking thing that Stephanie doesn't recognize at first, but then goes on to call CloseFace. Basically, it's a joke how things look distorted when your face is close to them. In this case, the thing that's being distorted is Kim's face. And it's clear that Stephanie has feelings for Kim and misses their intimacy. This is the reason why she added another piercing and said bye CloseFace when Kim left the store. Ironically enough, since Stephanie can't stop saying hi and acknowledging CloseFace while Kim is attempting to practice kissing, Kim just thinks that she's playing around and says forget it, so Stephanie doesn't get to kiss her again before the dance. We then cut to Orel and the boys having a chat about the dance. Orel says that he can't go because he has work that night, but they say he has to go and ask him if he ever has had a crush on anyone in their class, to which Orel responds no. Joe, being Joe, sarcastically says that he should take Jesus to the dance, which Orel seems happy to consider, but then another boy lets him know that it was just a joke. We then move back to the shop where Stephanie asks what's up with Orel as he's looking down, and he tells her about the dance that's coming up. He is surprised to hear that she knows about the dance as well. We then flash back once again to when Stephanie went to the arm's length dance. We get another joke about Moralton not actually being such a good place, when Reverend Putty is refusing to let a child in because of his race, saying how tolerance is just a theme. We see Kim and Stephanie in the hallways watching him. While Stephanie asks for another quick kiss, Kim disregards her and tells her that he is coming. They then proceed to kiss as he is walking by. He is shocked by it and begins to tell the girls off, telling them what would their father think, to which Stephanie responds to him that she doesn't have a father. This was before her mother told her about who her father was. Anyways, Reverend Putty just tells her that she could use one because clearly she is a piece of work. The whole time since they have kissed in front of him, Kim can't help but laughing and giggling. She then grabs Stephanie and says kissing you was funny, to which Stephanie is visibly hurt to hear. She then opens up and tells Kim that she wishes Kim would kiss her for real sometimes. Kim doesn't understand and thinks that Stephanie is just joking weirdly. Kim looks very off-put for a second and then says, "You win, Stephanie, kiss me," as we hear the steps of Carl walking by. He then proceeds to see the two kiss, and Kim giggles again. This time Stephanie is upset, asking what is so funny, to which Kim responds Carl's face. He just says, "You got me, that was hilarious," and the pair can't stop laughing hysterically as Kim goes to kiss Stephanie again, while Stephanie tells her to stop. As CloseFace, what seemed to be something kind and beautiful as Stephanie before, turns into a menacing monster in her eyes. Kim proceeds to kiss her again, while Carl and Kim laugh hysterically. Stephanie then points out how this isn't funny and runs away. It is at this point when she begins to realize that the whole relationship that she thought was developing between her and Kim was just a cruel joke. We then cut back to present day, where Orel just says "oh" as she is finished telling the story. To which he responds, "I know, sad story, right?" Orel just assumes that she thought it was sad because she didn't get the joke until it was too late. It is at that point when Stephanie just walks off the screen to do something else. We then transition into Orel asking God to help out Stephanie because he thinks that she is lost because she never had anyone to take to the arm's length dance. He then begins to understand the importance of not only hers but his happiness, and that they need someone special to take to that dance. Block comes rushing into the room and jumps on his bed. This is what reminds Orel of Christina. He then realizes that she is his special someone. He then goes to visit her under the guise of bringing back her brother, but he doesn't have her when he reaches her doorstep. He says that Block ran off. But Christina, being kind, still offers to get Shapey, but Orel says that wouldn't be a fair trade for him to get Shapey back at that moment. He then states that he would just have to come back another time, to which she responds that that would be nice. The pair then hold hands and move in closer. Their foreheads touch as they stare at each other closely. Orel then sees his version of CloseFace in Christina before she is pulled away by her father. That whole time that they were close together, sharing a loving moment, it is accompanied by the song CloseFace that Stephanie is in the process of writing. Orel then tells Stephanie about his experience while he's working. She is ecstatic to hear that he met CloseFace, and that CloseFace is the angel of kissing. She then tells Orel that he can't give up, and that he is going to the dance. We then get to see Stephanie help out Orel by driving him to pick up Christina and to drive the pair to the dance. When they head inside, we get to see Reverend Putty saying that integration is just a theme as he shoos off another family. Stephanie then sees him and says "Hi Dad" as he takes a seat on her truck looking happy to see her. She then asks him why he isn't busy chaperoning the dance. He responds that he's tired of being that guy, to which she responds good, saying that she wouldn't want him doing that to Orel to what she did to us. The Reverend seems confused and asks, "Us who?" Stephanie says her and her date all those years ago. It takes a second for Reverend Putty to put all the pieces together and to remember everything, and once he does, he is shocked. She then tells him not to worry and that nothing came of it. She then says that she hopes Orel has better luck with love than she did. The Reverend then says you can't compare what Orel has with Christina to what Stephanie did. She's assuming that he is saying this because it was two girls, but then he corrects her by saying that it was because Kim never cared about her. He then tells her sincerely that he felt bad for her and that he doesn't have the best track record with love himself. The two share this moment together, and then Reverend Putty encourages her to play her song again. The two sing along. While the song plays, we get to see the dance, and we get to see Orel and Christina are having a great time together. And that's where the episode ends. We get to learn a thing or two about how it's not worth loving someone who doesn't care about us, and how we can eventually move on in life by spending time with those who do care about us. We also get to know a lot more about Stephanie's past, and more about Kim and Carl, and how they were both terrible people even back then. Overall, this was a nice episode. We got to see Stephanie getting some closure and how her relationship with the Reverend Putty has developed so far. We get to see the continuation of the Orel love plot, and the only annoying thing about this episode is Kim and Carl, but you know, honestly I'd be surprised if anybody out there liked those two. So overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and continue to stick around for more. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. I'd love it if you stayed around for a while, and until next time, I'll see you.